So welcome to today's episode. We're actually talking with a business I've wanted to talk to forever. I know I probably say that in every episode, but this business is unique to our area, and this is one you need to know about because this unlocks a lot of other potential for you to be able to shop local and work with more local merchants and businesses. So today I'm with Elizabeth from Wonderfully Wrapped.
Hi, Justin. How are you today?
I'm very good, and it's good to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and kind of how you got started?
Sure. Well, I started back when the idea came from me because my grandmother, Friggs, she would wrap presents and for Christmas and birthdays, and she'd always add these cute little embellishments. And so that kind of gave me an idea. Growing up, I always looked forward to it, opening the present. Really, I didn't want to open the present at first.
It was almost too pretty.
Yes, it was almost too pretty. And then growing up, my mother was very talented too. She liked to have pretty gifts and pretty bows. And so, it always had been a dream of mine. And I decided that I'd make that dream come true, but it was a long road to get there. I worked at Community Corrections here locally and retired from the state about a year ago and decided I was going to create Wonderfully Wrapped.
Well, you do absolutely beautiful work, and my grandmother did the same thing. With you saying that reminds me of the way that she wrapped presents. Mm-hmm. So she saved everything. Growing up in the Depression, things were a lot different back then. She saves every Christmas card. So recycled Christmas cards, she would save the previous year and obviously previous years as well. She would cut out the Christmas cards and make those as labels for the packages.
Oh, how unique.
But she would do the same way, that she would wrap everything with the little label, hand does all the ribbon, everything. Her presents are just a work of art whenever she does those. And it's the same way. I didn't want to open them. I want to take a picture of every one because there's a little piece of her in every single present that she ever wraps.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter. She's one of those. She'll send a birthday card, Christmas card, every other kind of card. Holidays I didn't even know of. Mm-hmm. I'll look in the mailbox and there's a card from my grandmother.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's a good memory too.
It is. But I love the creativity that you have here too. So you do work out of a local location. I
do. I work out of Creative Fabrics and Design on 227 South 3rd Street.
Okay.
And so I arrange that so people can pick up there, drop off there, or I can meet them too locally.
Gotcha.
So, and I can deliver too. So, it's a convenience to be downtown Gadsden, and be able to serve the counties throughout throughout Etowah County also.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's really important because used to when we shopped in department stores, you'd go to the mall and we had our anchor stores on either end and they all did gift wrapping. So a lot of times I would find myself trying to shop there just because I'm very terrible at it. Mm-hmm. My mother loves me unconditionally. So if I wrap something, she's excited that I gave her something and that I actually was able to wrap it. She's tried to teach me multiple times, and it just doesn't work out. Mm-hmm. But for things to look as nice as they can, it is kind of a representation of yourself when you give a gift that you want it to look as best as possible. But those department stores are gone.
Oh, yes, that's right. And I love doing it. I love doing it locally. I love being creative. I always had kind of a knack, but, like we said previously, I'd wrap presents for birthdays, families, gatherings, Christmas, and people would say, I don't want to open the package, it's too pretty. So I thought, I got something there, and I just kind of tucked that away. But when I started Wonderfully Wrapped, my goal was to wrap something really pretty, to steer away from throwing it in a bag, putting tissue paper and a little stringy bow on the top, and everybody, yes. I'm trying to bring back, I won't say the old-fashioned, but I'm trying to bring back the elegance of the gift, of the wrapping, what people see and how excited they see to get a pretty gift.
Yes. So gift bag's kind of a dirty word.
Yeah. That's just not my thing, and I just want people to know that when I wrap something, I put my whole heart into it. And I will wrap something and I'll create the bow and I'll say, no, that's not right for this occasion, or it would look better this way. And I'll start over. And so, I want it to be, I don't want to say perfect, but I want it to be as perfect as I can get it for somebody, because I just want to make that person happy.
Because it's a piece of you. Not only does it represent the person giving the gift, but it's your handiwork.
Yes.
Everything that we do in terms of work, it's a little piece of you goes out with it. It's designed to be that way.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. You want to see the look on somebody's face, even the gift giver, when they see that and they didn't believe that could be possible.
Yes.
Or that it looked that nice. But something else you talked about being traditional. One of our favorite shows over the years, me and my wife watch very non-standard stuff. But one thing that we came across, and I was intrigued by this, in Victorian times. So the show was Victorian Farm. Mm-hmm. And so they recreated how things they lived on the farm.
Yes.
They only wore period clothes. They only ate period food.
Oh, goodness.
And so they were getting ready for Christmas. So it was harvest time, trying to plant again. And then when it came to Christmas, they were talking about all the traditional foods that they ate, how they made it. But when it came to wrapping presents, they didn't go buy off-the-shelf wrapping paper. They bought paper.
Yes.
And decorated it with, they had to make the pigments, they had to make
that's
the inks,
awesome. Yes.
all of these different things, but that's where their ornate designs came from.
Yes.
They were very individualized. That is a lot of work.
Yes.
And I don't think any of us have time for that anymore, but that is a traditional tie-in. Mm-hmm. That was kind of where that goes back at least to Victorian England, so mid-1800s,
wow.
that they were doing those sort of things. But now it's a lot easier because they sell such pretty paper, any color that you want,
yes.
Any of those things. So you're kind of carrying on that tradition.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I enjoy the little embellishments that make each gift. I always try to put something special on it. This one has a happy birthday sign and sticker, and some of the other ones have some shells on the end of them that I collected at the beach. And a little bird over there. And
I just now saw the shells.
Yeah, so I try to find, that's really important to me. I either find or create some embellishments. This gift is not a traditional Christmas gift with the blues, because a lot of people like red and green. But I found this last year that people like the blue and the silver. And they're very popular.
Is that a
heading
fern
toward
leaf?
that.
That kind of looks like a fern to me.
Yeah, a little bit. And then this one with the baby gift, you can't see it from here, but that has little baby bottles on it. And
goodness.
They have little baby bottles. But I always try to, the bows like this are always handmade. I make those myself.
Oh, wow.
And how I learned that is at Pazit's Teen Board when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
I could not go out onto the floor yet to sell. And so they put me in the office in the gift wrapping department.
Okay.
And so I just would gift wrap. And they had the pre-made bows that you pulled out this way and pulled out that way and stuck it, sticker on the thing. And so years later when I started wrapping, I thought, well, I can make my own bows and do the middle and pull it out. So that's where the bows are created. But I try to create a bow for every gift that's unique to that gift, and taking wise the personality of the person that's going to receive the gift. I take a lot of information down. If it's a boy or girl, adult, male or female, the age range, if it's a certain event that they want. There's one that I did, a Spider-Man for a boy's birthday, and that was fun. And, I try to take into the consideration, especially during Christmas, what color they prefer. I had one this past year that wanted hers in all different greens. Okay. And so that was the theme. So I had different greens, out there, and she just loved it. And I think everybody that I've wrapped for has been pleased so far. I hadn't had any negative feedback, so that must be I'm doing something right. So
well, and that's a measure of a business's success is driven by customer feedback. Mm-hmm. So people will tell you what they like. People will tell you what they don't like.
Yes.
And so having that doesn't surprise me at all that you've had nothing but great feedback. You do absolutely beautiful work, and you're right. It's the little small touches, subtlety.
Yes.
There's a lot to say about subtlety.
And I've been so blessed that I've had repeat customers from last Christmas that have had birthday, baby showers, and I do any occasion. So it can be any holiday. If it was National Potato Day, I'd try to figure that out. Whatever the occasion is, I can wrap it.
Right, and that's something of note too, because a lot of time when you think of a present, we go Christmas present, birthday present, but there's Secretary's Day. There's all of these different occasions that are now gift-giving occasions.
Yes.
Really, what I love is that no matter where somebody bought something, they can bring it to you and you will wrap. Not
Absolutely.
just, like you said, a one gift that somebody's giving, but you could wrap a kid's entire Christmas.
Yes.
And kind of theme it. That way they could tell what was different between kids, all of the different ways that they do that. But the ability where you can shop from different sources. Obviously, we prefer you shop local.
Sure, absolutely.
So being right there in the middle of Gadsden's downtown business district, that puts you close to great businesses like the Alabama Gift Company.
Yes.
Dusty Things.
Yes.
I love going in there and looking around. They've got tons of just great stuff in there. So that way you can shop from local businesses. I guess you could shop online if you wanted to, but with that local gift, you're giving something, it's really two layers of it. Right. So you're giving an individual gift, a lot of times that was made right here in Gadsden.
Right.
And then you're wrapping it, you're presenting it from giving with another gift, another locally made product on top of that. So it's great. And the more that we do that, the more we'll make Gadsden even better.
Absolutely. I wrapped in the Christmas season, somebody had bought a suit locally. And so they brought it to me and said, well, can you do this? And I said, yeah, I can figure it out. I found a box for it. And I do small to large, extra large, big boxes too.
Right.
So, the process is very, very, very easy.
Yes.
The process is very easy. And I can, like I said, I can wrap anything. I can wonderfully wrap anything.
You can wonderfully wrap anything. What's the most interesting thing that you've wrapped outside of the suit?
Oh, goodness. There's so many. A lot of times I'll get something that's an odd shape, and that won't fit in a traditional box. And so I have to become real creative. I had a vase that was kind of pointy, and there wasn't a box, so I had to start from the bottom and then just create layers and layers and layers till I got up to the top. So it was really pretty, and then it kind of cascaded down. And so, I always try to think of, like I said, the recipient that's going to get it, how special the occasion is, because I consider every occasion special that I'm wrapping for.
Yes. Well, it is to the person that's going through that occasion, whether it's birthday or wedding showers, baby showers. Those are, as a guy, until we had a kid, I didn't understand any of that. But then, oh my goodness.
I just recently wrapped for a baby shower 3 big packages, and one was a stroller. And of course I have the baby wrap and everything, but instead on one of them I chose some pink wrapping with the gold dots and flowers, very pretty flowers all over it, and banners and stuff. And then on one of them I had a teddy bear sitting up, and I had the initials of the baby that was going to be named. Okay. And so I take every very seriously, and very everything is just a blessing to do. Yes. I enjoy it so much.
And I see why you get repeat customers, because one thing that I've noticed in business, my job is talking to people for a living. So when I go in, by nature of what I do, I have to go in and talk to people more. I have to learn more. I ask a ton of questions. And that's the way that you learn, is by asking questions. So when you're asking your customers questions, you're getting to know them. And so it's that spark of when you see something, they're going to love this based on, the colors that they're wearing coming in. You can always kind of tell somebody's favorite colors of things. But that individuality, that's something that you would never get, even when Belk did wrap presents.
Right.
You never got that. They would take it to you and they're like, all right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, they have and then they had that little plastic bow and they stick on with a sticker.
Speaking of pricing, it's one of those where it makes more sense for people to not be afraid to bring in large quantities of presents, thinking,
Right.
oh my goodness, how much is this going to cost? But you want to make that service available. So the holidays are busy enough already.
Yes.
I do all the cooking in the house. So with
Bless your heart.
well, with a big family, I'm the one cooking casseroles. I'm doing all this
Sure.
stuff. I spend more time cooking, and that's kind of what I'm passionate about. I love food. A lot of the content on the channel has been driven around food, but that's what I do. And so when it comes to wrapping presents, it would be so nice to bring everything that we've bought from everywhere,
Yes,
and just one person take care of
Yes.
all of it. And you even said you deliver.
I do.
That's the ultimate
Yeah.
inconvenience.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yes, and like I said, the pricing starts at $5 and it goes up. It's $5 a small package. Then it goes up several different levels to the larger packages.
Okay.
But I'm affordable. Like I said, if you couldn't go into a department store and they might give it to you for free because you've bought their item,
Right.
but we have so many local businesses here that have wonderful gifts.
Yes.
And they might not offer wrapping. I just recently got a call from a local business and said this lady needed something wrapped, a special gift. And she didn't buy it from there. Of course, she bought it online. And she had already had some special paper made for it. And so it was wonderful getting to wrap. I had to incorporate the wrapping that I had into hers, and it was perfect. And she was so pleased. She just couldn't believe how beautiful it looked and the price that I charged her. She couldn't believe.
Right.
So, but I'm fair. I put my heart into it. I love doing it. And
That's a passion.
It is. It is.
And everything that you've done is beautiful. I love the backdrop here,
Thank
and
you.
Even your little sign's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, is there anything else anybody would need to know?
No, it's easy to contact me. I can give the number if you want me to now.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's 256-485-2446. And just call me. If I don't answer, just leave me a message and I'll get right back to you.
And what's the address where Creative Fabrics is located?
Creative Fabrics and Designs is 227 South 3rd Street, and that's in Gadsden, Alabama, 35901. That's it.
Well, I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy day to tell me about everything that you do, and I hope that your passion really comes across in this. But I'm very thankful to have you and the service that you offer here in town.
Thank you, and you as well, Justin. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.